Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Connor on Connor's Retribution Analysis, and I'm looking for feedback on this game. I think I've figured out what I can do differently to make this game work out for me, but I don't know what I don't know. So if you guys see something, think of something, see a different angle that I'm not looking at, a different way of approaching this, please let me know. I'd love to think about this. This is going to be a great game, so sit back and hopefully enjoy. This is Goreshade 4 versus Zaal 2, and it is on King of the Hill. My objective is attack rerolls, and his objective is attack rerolls. He goes first and gets up the board, and so I go second, and I also get up the board. I'm just going to show you rather than describe it. I've got everything all bunched up in a brick and Trident out on a side with Ghost Snipers and Eiryss as a package over here. I feel like I should have put Imperitus out in front. I need to start applying pressure to try and get an early feat, or try, if I can trade Imperitus into a battle engine early, before feat, that would be fantastic. That can only happen, though, if I land the Arcane Vortex, and if there's not an Agonizer up. But, and, probably some support. Maybe Eiryss and Ghost Snipers are doing like 9 points of damage, and maybe there's shots from a Trident or whatever. Things that all need to line up to happen. But I would like to threaten that, and I'm not threatening it right now. So my opponent gets me pretty good, and there's continuous fire on the 10-inch guns of these AoE 4 Supreme Guardians. So he walks them out so they're just out of range of my Sentinels and starts trying to drift fire onto them. And one drift catches everything right there and this guy right here. And that was really good. Doesn't trigger Vengeance. They're on fire. They're pretty much should just die, and it's free Sentinels. No cost, no penalty, free frickin' Sentinels. I roll really well on my fire checks, and I think I only lose a couple of Sentinels, which, thank goodness. But yeah, that was kind of bad. So my turn. This is bottom of 2, and I'm looking to do some scoring. He's kind of a little ways back, and I've got some opportunity. 3 Sentinels are going to go into this objective, be behind the forest. Chimera is going to go sit in this zone. That will be 2 points right there. Pretty freaking easy. That's how it works out. I'm going to kill this Immortal because I want to score this zone. So Trident comes up here, shoots down that Immortal, and starts shooting at other Immortals who are defense 15 under Krea and their bonus stuff. So, I don't do great. Other Eiryss and Ghost Sniper shoot down some more Immortals, and I basically clear out this little patch right here. And I score 3 points, and I cloud wall like so, and put out my Sentinels kind of out in the wind. And these Sentinels right here, and I should have had Imperitus farther forward, and I probably should have had Siren farther forward, because he doesn't have the charges that he needs. But my fear is that he will feat and run his Supreme Guardians right up into my face if I start concaving my Sentinels and have them all engaged and pop feat, and I will get nothing done. And then they will all get threshered and blendered. And especially if Agonizer is right up behind them crying, and I can't get rid of the Agonizer so that they're armor 26. Jack Commercial Siren hits really hard. Imperitus can get really hard, but with all the Arcane Vortexes, I can't put out Hand of Ice, and I'm really just worried that I won't get anything done against them. So that's why I'm still kind of timidly balled up back here in this pile, is because I just don't want that to happen. Instead, my opponent looks at the state, looks at the fact that he could be losing on scenario if he doesn't do something. So it's now or never. It's a feat turn time. So this Supreme Guardian runs to right there. This Supreme Guardian is towed in, and he tells me his intention is to be within 4 of that objective. It didn't look like 4, but he told me that was his intention. So that was important, and that's how it was definitely played. And I don't think it was ever questioned, or I just remember later on in the turn looking at it, I was like, that doesn't really look like 4, but I remember that very clearly. And this is a great example of a case of a player being vocal about what he is trying to do, and that's perfect. Game state changes, things move around. There is a gap right here in this clouds, but we clarified it when it was put out there that there was that gap. Later on in the game, these clouds moved over a little bit on accident, and that gap was gone. But because we clarified that there was that gap, and the gap was honored. So I got sidetracked, sorry. Supreme Guardian runs in here and pops feet, and just stuff runs. And a couple of things charge the Trident. These guys just run around all these Sentinels, and everything else kind of just hangs out where it is. And we have a game state that looks like this. So, I feel like this is my moment. Oh, the Supreme Guardian got Eyeless Sight, and you know what it did? Shot through my clouds and lit a whole bunch more Sentinels on fire. Man! There's an Extoller right here. That's where the Eyeless Sight came from. So that was rude. Very rude. And well done. And luckily, I'm okay on fire checks, but I think I lose about 3 or 4 Sentinels. I've probably lost about 6 Sentinels total now just to fire. Very, very, very well done. I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking there's only one focus on this dude. So I can pop feet, do a Hand of Ice, it'll get Arcane Vortexed, and then I can do another Hand of Ice to land it. Then I can do a Ghost Walk on the Siren. Siren can charge and do a lot of damage to that Guardian. I can get 3 charges from Sentinels over here. One of them will maybe die defensive strike. Maybe the Siren will take the defensive strike, which I will oracular vision that, even if it's 1 less attack. But the 3 charges between Sentinels and the Siren can possibly kill it. Trident can possibly clear the zone. And then over here, these Sentinels and can kill all these guys, and I can score another 2 points and make it I think he scored 1. Yes, he killed my objective over here. So he scored 1, making it 3-1. So not win the game, but I would be up by 4. And that would, in my head, that sounds like a really good position. That sounds like a great position to be. So now this is where I want to stop, and I think this is besides getting all my Sentinels bunched up and lit on fire, which is a mistake that, I just learned a lesson. It's a lesson that has now been learned. But this is where I think my mistake is, and everything goes downhill. Because first off, that's not 9 inches. I eyeballed it and thought it was 9 inches. And second off, this is Zaal 2 feet turn. Why on earth am I thinking now is my chance to break this game wide open? Why is that my thought? I don't even know if Siren and 9 deadly shots kill the Supreme Guardian over here. Doesn't seem great. So, I forget to put out Ghost Walk on the Siren, and Siren goes nowhere. Trident, before that, shot down pretty much all these Immortals, but didn't kill. He failed some damage rolls on them, even though they were out as all 2 feet. He failed some damage rolls on them. And then there's this Extoller. I shoot it for a deadly shot, and he's like, it's got 5 boxes. I'm like, crap. So 2 boxes left on the Extoller, and I did not clear the zone anyways. I don't have any more resources over there with how things worked out. So I completely botched that. Not only was it a bad plan, but I botched the bad plan. And this is where I feel like the game could have gone differently. Over here, I just decided, screw it. I'm going to pop feet. I'm going to kill some, or I'm not going to touch this unit of Immortals at all. Under their feet and tough, I don't think I can kill enough of them to equal the penalty for the Vengeance backswings. So, we end up right here. And this is, even though it's a Goreshade 4 feet turn, it's real bad for me. But I want to go back and talk about what I should have done here. What I should have done, put a cloud back there, put a cloud back there, put Dauntless Resolve on this blue unit, put the blue unit up, pop feet, get my Trident out of here by killing all these Immortals and just putting a Ghost Sniper and some stuff in the back corners of this zone and just wait out his feet. Give him really nothing besides Dauntless Resolved, mini-feated Armor 23 Sentinels that he has to walk up and do Aura of Power to swing on and hit. That's my thought on it. That's what I feel like I should have done. Because really, this isn't a bad board state. Besides the fact that the Supreme Guardian can get to the Trident right here. If I can just get the Trident to safety, this really isn't that bad of a board state. With me being up on scenario, just to step back and wait out his feet. Those are my thoughts. That's what I think I should have done differently. If I'm going to attribute it to any one move in the game, this is where I think the game went south for me. So now we're here in actual real life, and my opponent is pretty happy. He does really bad things, kills a whole bunch of Sentinels, puts up Safeguard on that Brute so it doesn't get stationaried. Immortals kill some Sentinels, get stationaried, kill some more Sentinels, get stationaried, and some of them don't get stationaried because out of feet. Comes up and Threshers, kills my Battle Engine, kills Eiryss, kills Ghost Sniper. And yeah, real not good. So we're right here. And now I'm actually going to get something done, but I've lost all my punch. I've got like maybe 8 Sentinels, a Siren, and an Imperitus. Agonizer's back here wailing behind that Supreme Guardian, and it's full on Arcane Vortexes, so... Yeah. It has vision on it too. So it's going to ignore the Imperitus charge. Imperitus is going to charge, pay a focus to charge. He's just not going to get the attacks, even with Hand of Ice, to bring down that Supreme Guardian. This Siren over here, Vengeance is over, and is going to go get and kill that Supreme Guardian. Ooh! Baby moment. I will be right back. I am pausing. Okay, I am back. Let's see if I can put this together. Siren comes over here, kills the Supreme Guardian with the help of one Sentinel, and Ghost Sniper finishes it off, and Swift Hunter's over here. Then the goal is, with all my souls, to get Chimera into this zone and have Light of Wrath kill all 3 of them. However, they're quite tanky, and I don't boost in the right spots when I'm supposed to boost, and I fail to kill them. So, also poorly executed. But, yeah, that really needed to happen. I needed to score that point going later on into this game. Imperitus comes flying across the board over here, cleans out this side, and with the Sentinel's help, ends up scoring that zone. So if things had gone right, I would have scored 2 points there. I did get this zone over here on the left, but I did not get that zone on the right. And Imperitus ends up in a spot where I can be behind the forest and possibly threaten the Supreme Guardian. But, yeah, and then these Sentinels just push up and kill some more stuff. And we end up with a map that is like this. And frankly, it's just not good enough. Just not good enough. Because with Agonizer behind Supreme Guardian and Vision, Imperitus just isn't going to kill it. I can't land. It has 3 Arcane Vortexes, so I can't land the things I need to land on it. But my opponent walks his Supreme Guardian up, Threshers, and kills almost all the Sentinels except for Soulless Escort. Hakaar comes over here, kills the Chimera with a combo strike. And then Shaman walks over and shoots down my Scyir. And an Annihilation fails to kill the Soulless Escort with double 1s for damage on the blast damage. So the Soulless Escort toughed and was knocked down, and that failed to kill it, which was super... I mean, it was unfortunate for him pretty annoying, really, because he wasn't able to score this flag by running his Ancestral Guardian there, and he also wasn't able to score this zone. So 2 points denied by that double ones damage roll. And he's got an Extoller here. And he's got another solo back there that I never noticed or saw. That is going to come into play later. It's getting pretty late in the game at this point. I think we're at around turn 5. He's super low on clock. I've got like 6 minutes on clock. I think he's at like 7 seconds or something like that. So he's just going to start slapping. No, sorry, he has about a minute or two. But it's not quite at that point. So my turn. Siren no longer has a Jack Marshal. He's going to charge Hakaar, get some focus from the Arcanist, kill Hakaar off, and then... or does he kill Hakaar off? No, he does not. But he messes him up, and I stay on one focus intentionally to try and stall this turn, this place getting scored. Soulless escort just steps back to be annoying. Imperitus goes across the board, and the goal for me is to kill the Ancestral Guardian, so that way I can potentially survive this next turn. And make it so he can't score that yet. And then the goal is to start getting Goreshade over here to try and score this zone. Sentinel fails to kill the Extoller. I'm just trying to scrap things together at this point. And we end up right here. I failed to kill the Ancestral Guardian. Lit him on fire. Fire did not matter. And Imperitus is a little bit damaged from just random things hitting him throughout the course of the game and taking the defensive strike. So between Ancestral Guardian and the Supreme Guardian, Imperitus does die, which is very unfortunate. I think if he hadn't have been damaged, there's a chance of him surviving, but he's got lots of attacks. The Sentry or the Brute can always walk up behind him and bop him as well. Brute walks up, though, and kills Arcanist. Hakaar combo strikes Siren, who oracular visions it. The Krea wants to throw the Siren, but can't because for whatever reason they didn't give it open arms or open hands. Quite interesting. And I think, yeah, I've basically got a Sentinel, Goreshade, and a Siren at this point. Siren finishes off Hakaar. Goreshade is going to go over here and kill the Extoller. And I think I just whiff like all my rolls or something. Maybe I don't. And Sentinel's going to run in there and not take a defensive strike by getting out of 2 and out of 3 of this guy and contesting the 4 of that. But score is not going my way, and I do not have enough models. And although he's just slapping clock at this point and doing like one activation a thing, he doesn't have to really do very many activations. Yep. Also, something I want to mention. The Agonizer has been behind this Supreme Guardian. I haven't been able to dig it out, and it's been a really big deal. Earlier on, I wanted to put Imperitus into that Supreme Guardian and potentially kill it, but with Agonizer, Vision, and the Agonizer, I said Agonizer twice. Vision and Agonizer, and all the Arcane Vortexes, it just wasn't going to happen. But how this game sort of winds out is Hakaar kills something kills Siren. I think it was Zaal kills Siren to score this zone as well. And Goreshade is just kind of left all on his own. Sentinel dies, and I just don't have any models left to do anything with. So, I just take Goreshade and put it into the Supreme Guardian because it looks fun. And that's how the game kind of ends. I think I clock myself doing that. He had 4 seconds on clock, and me putting Goreshade into Supreme Guardian ran out my clock. But really good game, really enjoyed it. There was a lot of patient things that happened on both of our sides. I think he was rewarded more for his patience. I'm used to on turn 2 turtling and them giving me everything I want, and so just exploding on turn 3. If we go back to turn 3, that was this turn right here. I should have just kept turtling. Usually this is my turn to explode, but it's his feet turn, and he did not give me what is worth me exploding. exploding out of my cloud bubble to go and get. There's just nothing really there. So, not happening. I'm curious if you guys have any thoughts or ideas or differing opinions than me or anything where to go. My opponent was pretty fantastic with the Agonizer play, with the contesting play, with how he placed everything, with never giving me full units of Immortals. All the little things, keeping Abidan up, moving his solos around, keeping the sentry in annoying places. Just did really well, was a fantastic player, and he managed his late game clock very well. I think he used the time he needed early on to make the correct decisions in the game, and then when it got late game, he just started rolling dice fast, he started moving quickly, and he had the right priorities in mind that he figured out during my turn. And really, I had just lost too much. I got a good amount of work done right here when I killed the Supreme Guardian, and I got rid of a lot of the Immortals, and I cleared out this zone, but it wasn't enough. Supreme Guardian and Agonizer were just set up to run the board at that point. And yeah. I also feel like I needed to go back to my initial setups and how Imperitus is right here. Imperitus needs to be out a little ways in front of my army, out of range of the Supreme Guardian, so that I can potentially threaten things and just put out more threat. Imperitus and Siren really should be a two-punch combo that should be just right out here hanging, ready to go, ready to get work done for my list, so that I can have a deep dive missile with an Imperitus, Siren, and maybe a Sentinel combo that can potentially bring down a Supreme Guardian of my choice when I want to. Because now, unfortunately, I realize that's kind of what it takes to dig out the Agonizer Vision Supreme Guardian. But yeah, thank you for watching, and let me know what everyone thinks, or if you have any thoughts at all on it. But yep, I had a great time. It was a really good tournament. Thank you for watching.